Okay, so I have two freezers, and one holds our meat, and one holds pre-made dinners and bread products and fruit. And I'm sitting on an ice chest, a huge ice chest. I have two of these. I bought two of these for this exact purpose of what I'm about to use these for. One, in case we ever lose power, we can have an ice chest to keep things going. But two, because sometimes the drain valve gets blocked with ice, and you have to, even though they're frost-free freezers, you have to defrost a freezer. And this is how I do it. I am going to remove everything from this freezer. I also use this as a time to organize. Everything from this freezer, and I'm going to shove it in this ice chest. And then I'm going to open this door, unplug the unit, and I'm going to let it defrost itself in this somewhat warm garage. And then we're going to organize it, clean it out, plug it back in, let it get cold, and put everything back. And hope that the food that's in here is survives. So here's to going. The reason I'm doing this one first is because I have 1.5 empty trays, racks in here. So this one has the least amount of food in it because that's where I pre-freeze all of my freeze dryer trays. So this one, I should be able to organize it perfectly and get going. So let's get going. That's a big guy. I could fit in there, I bet. And there you go. Now that it's empty, let me show you what I was concerned about and why I am doing this, because there's always puddle of water on the floor. What does that puddle of water mean? It means my drain valve, when it goes into defrost mode, is clogged, and this is how you can tell. This is where the water should go, and it is just one massive sheet of ice. So by defrosting this, I get rid of the ice buildup that's here, and it will no longer leak out the front, and that drain valve area will be clear. Okay, and here is why it's not going to work by just taking a hairdryer to this little section down here. Because that is a bunch of ice, the potential for this back wall to be filled with a bunch of ice is huge. So leave it defrost it for a day, leave it unplugged and open. Use it as the time to clean it out, and let's reload it when we start it back up tomorrow. And pray your entire food that you have in the ice bucket, in the big ice chests over there, still stays good, frozen. Here we go. The cool thing about defrosting a frost-free freezer in the end of summer is you really don't have to wait very long for the ice to all melt. I mean, I've been working in this garage all day, and all I keep hearing is the ice in the doors and everything just dropping. I have not defrosted this thing or let it sit for years. We're talking 13 years. Okay, this is a massive amount of water on the floor, and I have towels that are dripping it up. Now, what I need to make sure is that the drain inside is properly draining. So I am actually going to pour very, very warm water, not hot, but warm water down that drain tube, just to make sure that there's no ice stuck in it, and if there is, that it dislodges it. And then I'm going to go into the back and make sure that the water that I drained in there actually drains into the cup that it's supposed to drain into in the back. There is a method to how these freezers work, and if they're not working perfectly, they go all over the floor. So let's get that going. And this is just the door. There was so much ice stuck in this door right here. It is still dripping and draining. So it's done. I did discover that my drain valve at the very back has a tiny little leak, and I will get some sealing tape to seal that up. But it is organized and done. I have to do this is my blackberry shelf, you guys, and this is my gummy berry, my red raspberries that I have left, and my blueberries. So I do have work to do, but yes, there you go. It is done and organized. Now, I have the refrigerator to do, because the refrigerator is broken, so the repairman is coming. I believe it's tomorrow. So I have to empty the refrigerator out. And then after I get the refrigerator done, I'm going to work on the big guy. But I still have more beef bones I have to do for that. So there you go. Because this one has the same issue. And I still have the towel down there because it keeps mopping up the water that comes out of this one. It's one thing after another, people.